Hello, everybody. What a day. Monday afternoon. Feels like it should be Friday. Hope everybody's doing okay. I was in most of Katie's stream, well, maybe about half of Katie's stream, kind of in and out this morning. It was a long one. It was an exhausting one. I had a headache. I don't know how she can yell like that for that long, but I know she was very angry, and rightfully so. So I'm basically going to pick up kind of where she left off because there's more to this disgusting, vile, out of a movie story. So my title is not clickbait because a lot of people don't understand what clickbait is. Clickbait is not putting somebody's name in your title that you think is popular or controversial. So people come to your chat not because they want to see you particularly, but they want to hear about the person or the thing that you're talking about. And then you don't talk about it. That's what clickbait is putting a subject or a title to get people to come in and then you don't discuss it. Okay? This is not clickbait, nor do I ever use people's names for views. I just think that like Katie was saying, was fucking wonderful. If you're not here because you want to be here, then get out. You know, she was saying that that sub for sub thing, just coming in because you want to get a sub to build your channel. So you have all these subs that never actually watch your channel. She said, I don't want you in here. And I agree with her. I thought she had a lot of integrity, a lot of interesting things to say. You know, her beef was with Ron for the most part, and I don't really know Ron other than a few things that I've seen. So I don't have a beef here or there with him. But you know, I'm on Katie's side. I'm definitely more loyal to her. I certainly don't think that word pedo should be thrown around. I apologized for using it kind of flippantly to talk about Rick from Shoot the Shit. So, and she's right. Till somebody uses it on you, you kind of don't really know the power of it or the seriousness of it. So let me pull up the chat here. I don't know if y'all can hear me okay. I had the hardest time. I sat down in the chair over there that I normally sit in, and I guess the sun was behind me, or the light was behind me, and you like, even though my camera's pretty bad as it is, but you couldn't see me at all. So I'm working on that. I was asking a few people what they do, if it's better on your phone, if you can see more clearly. So hopefully this will, like I said before, I keep hoping this is the last time we have to talk about these people and these things, but thank you for sticking with me, even though I know it's pretty blurry. Okay. You don't want to leave that up, but that's okay. I did not realize today was a federal holiday. You know, I went to go get the mail, and I was like, oh, where's the mail? And then I got a message from Nikki that she was like, this is a holiday, but not for us. So thank you so much. And I saw my neighbor had his American flag out there. So I want to say thank you, especially to all the veterans today. Incredible sacrifice so many families make. And they do it quietly and gracefully, a lot of them, and we don't even know the pain that they're in because somebody in their family sacrificed their life so that we could sit here and we could do the things that we're doing at this very moment. Okay. Does somebody want me dead? Who do you think that could be? Any guesses? Who would want me dead? Okay. Hey, Bless the Smith, Black Pepper's here. Hello, Delisha, Kaylee, Lady Raiden, Uber Goober. Hey, Cynthia, I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing okay. I see a Mandy, K and J. Haven't seen you before. Welcome. Electric Domestic, Hey Irish Mom, Cherry, Michelle Porter. Hey Amanda Love. We got like 3 Amandas in here. Hey Sheldon. Hey Melanie. Hey Vixen. Hey Judith. Hey Paparette. Hey Debbie. Hey guys, I hope I got pretty much everybody. So anybody didn't see, there's a lot of things going on, and I'm going to be a little bit sporadic. Number one, because I haven't, I haven't slept well in like 3 days. That night that I stayed all up got me off, and then from there I've just been streams and stuff coming on, people calling me late at night and saying, you need to go watch this, you need to go look at this, and then I end up staying up, and my CMT's been really acting up, so all kinds of things. I'm a little bit sleep deprived. Hey, Shell. Hey, Out of Touch. Hey, Savage. Savage says, I'm going to need a GoFundMe. She's breaking me. Electric says, no one should be taking this so far as to want you dead. Well, we'll talk about that, and you tell me what you think. Black Pepper said, I was in the chat where Takedown Man put out the info he did about you. Okay, good. So you can kind of help me out because, as you know, I came in for the last like 3 minutes and then had to go to the beginning and watch it. But he and I have been talking. I know. Irish Mom says, Marley, you should rest, honey. CMT isn't fun and the tiredness will make it worse. I know, but I can't sleep when I'm hurting. It's very hard. Hey, William Palmer. Right. Okay. William Palmer's got it. He said, hi, Marla. Sounds like you were targeted to be put on the dark web. Okay. Your daughter, Savage. All right. Yes. So I don't know how many people know what the dark web is. I most certainly did not have any clue about that. I didn't know what the deep web was until Takedown Man was talking about that. That's how I got introduced to him. They were accusing him of being a part of the deep web, or honestly, I'm probably going to say things that are wrong because I really don't know about either one of them. So here's what happened. And please, if you want to fill me in with any of the details I'm missing, I'll try to keep an eye on the chat. Yes, this Irish, this is a fact, exactly right. This is not something that I am guessing. This is not me at home saying, I fear for my life, you know. What's to say somebody can't just come to my door and want to kill me? You know, they threatened me before. This is none of that. This is none of that. Although I have been doxxed many times by Trisha, putting my address and other things up. This is not what that's about. Putting, you know, any threats out there against me, just, you know, people chit-chatting like that. That's not what this is about. This is a very serious threat by the dark web. Okay, call you Cece. Okay, cool. Hey Mandy, this is ATX. I remember something about the deep web controversy with TDM and her. Now the pieces come together. Oh yeah, you're right, because that was maybe at the time that it happened. Thank you, Witch's Brew. I really appreciate that. That's fine. I completely understand. I think everybody's kind of exhausted today. Oh my, Vixen. Oh, that's horrible. Was that part of the deep web or the dark web? Savage, I think so. I have a doctor's appointment, but I'll let you know, sweetheart. Yeah, the mop and the broom in prison. Yeah, that was kind of vile, but like I said, that's pretty rare, but it's not to say it doesn't happen. Um, so Takedown Man had a stream last night, and for the first time, he really knew who I was. He had known some comments as Miss Fairy Garden, and then he saw me on the last stream that I did with Shoot the Shit. So last night was the first time he kind of put the two together as to who I was. So we have not had any type of communication or relationship of any kind before yesterday, other than just to say, a comment or two on each other's streams. So um, he talked about a lot of different things last night. Some of them not involving me, some of them involving an ex-girlfriend of his, some of them involving Shoot the Shit, some of them involving this guy named Chris Hubbard, which that was the first time I'd heard his name. So if anybody wants to weigh in about him. And then he talked about, of course, towards the end, he finally revealed the emails that Trisha wrote him when he was on Katie's Miss Fucking Wonderful stream when she did the whole pull her shirt down because she didn't want that. She knew where the conversation was going. Well, that was what he was about to reveal, which I think everybody has seen and heard. If you have not, go back to Miss Fucking Wonderful's stream today. And I have it here if anybody wants me to read it again. It's disgusting, where she says, let me see that same picture that she sent him, the spread eagle proving that she wasn't a man pictures. That site that they were talking about is the same site where she's now communicating with him saying he admitted to putting some dick pics on there. And she said, "Ooh, could I see your cock again?" Saying that it was so much bigger than Sean's. So that's the Cliff Notes version of that disgusting, foul conversation. Takedown Man then proceeded to send me some more messages that he got from Trisha. And this is where the deep web, dark web comes in. What is it, cock? I know that sounded weird. I don't use that word. No. I don't know what I say, but it's not that. Right, Cynthia. How classy can you get? Pretty nasty. And I don't know how. Hey, Jillian, thanks for being here. We'll see. We'll see what comes of that. But that was very much so not photoshopped or edited. Like her famous last lines are going to be on a gravestone. I don't know how to edit or Photoshop, but you all do. No, this was none of those, and neither is the message that I'm about to read to you. So that's what happened last night. The part about me is when he put up one of my mugshots. And Nikki was actually the person who had identified that as me. And he was like, "Oh, okay, so that's Miss Fairy Garden chick." Well, the reason why he had that, Jillian, you'll act like I'm an old lady. The reason why he had that is because Trisha sent it to him. Now, why do you think she would send Takedown Man a picture of my mugshot? I think she sent that, multiple ones, but um, she sent it to him because she has a deep, deep hatred for me. I can't even begin to list the accusations that she's made about me, which now are each one being proven false. About the pizza, about the phone calls, um, all of them. I mean, I'm blocking them out at this point because they've all been debunked. not to mention all of the insults, nasty, below the belt lies that she has said about me. Um, the hatred goes deep. It is not just a dislike of somebody. She wants me gone. She wants me off of YouTube, and she wants me out of this world. And this is a very, very serious thing. And I'm kind of stumbling over my words because I want to say them right, but I'm also really shaken and upset. The people that I talked to last night, you know, they all knew that I was very worried and concerned. I didn't know what all of this meant, and they were assuring me, "Just go to sleep. It'll be okay. We'll help you take care of it." So let me read you what she wrote um, to Takedown Man, and then we can kind of go into what the deep web is, or the dark web. I'm not sure if they're the same thing. So somebody can tell me if they're the same thing or not. I don't think so. I think the deep web is like a bunch of hackers that go and they have a lot of, they do a lot of dirty things, but they can get into people's sites. The dark web is what we're going to talk about. Well, let's do that first. Okay, so what I've come to understand the dark web is, um, somebody wrote it. I'm going to click out of here from the chat for just a minute. I'm going to read you what somebody wrote, what that was, and you all can see in the chat if anybody wants to add anything to that. Okay, the beginning here. Um, Sorry, y'all, I had it here, but then I had to get out of it. Okay. Um, this is what one person says describing it. It basically is a site like a Craigslist site where there's listings of, for sale, for sale, wanted, jobs. If you think about those different categories, that's how I'm picturing it in my head. But it's very dark, criminal activities that they're asking for. So instead of saying, "Hey, I have a lawnmower for sale. Would you like to come buy it?" It's, "Hey, I will go kill your husband's lover for you for this amount of price." So it's a classified basically for hitmen and other legal activities. Okay? It says on Hell Forum, that's another name for it, okay? Which is rumored to have been taken down by the FBI a few years ago. Lies, it's still there. Hell Forum is like a Craigslist for criminals. People post what they want done and what they are willing to pay. As fictional as it sounds, people do sell people into human trafficking and hire hitmen from Hell's Forum. And then it goes into the people that are involved with this. I'm only going to focus on two of them right now. However, there are other people involved, allegedly. And I'm working on getting the either confirmation or denial that these other people are involved. But of course, we have our ringleader, who I've already said who that is. Okay? So that's what this Hell Forum is. Okay? So here is the message that Trisha wrote to Takedown Man. Once again, not photoshopped, not edited in any way. It has been confirmed. Okay. Takedown Man is such a good guy, too. I mean, in my opinion, from what I've seen, just from him being put on the spot, somebody's integrity or lack thereof comes out in the private things that they do when nobody's watching. And I've seen him be caught a couple times, and he's always doing the right thing, standing up for the little person, standing up for what's right. So, okay, this is just one of the messages. This is from Trisha to Takedown Man. It was on August 17th, 2017. Okay, she writes to him. Writes so little. He says, she says, excuse me, what do you know? Gosh, this one part is cut off, excuse me. Okay. What do you know about Miss Fairy Garden named Marla Stecky? If so, I need you to put her on the deep web. I can make it very worth your while. He responds back on August 17th. I've heard the name twice in people's streams, in my stream. I mean, that is not, he said, and I mean, that is not how I operate, TBH, which stands for to be honest. Okay? So he says, I've heard the name twice in people's chats or streams. Why? I mean, that's not how I operate, TBH. And she says, on August 17th, right back to him, she is stalking me, and I need all the info I can get. She is a cop now. And maybe if you tell other dealers about her, she could disappear. What do you think about that? What do you think about that? Okay, let me read it again. Here it is, by the way. Okay. So you know that I'm not sure. I actually have it. I think it was the same day that she was talking to him about his cock and her husband's small penis and seeing if his cock would fit inside of her. I apologize, y'all, for anybody who's watching who's offended by that because I am offended by it. But it's what was said, so you have to say it. Okay, so let me read it again. Trisha Curley. And here's her picture. It's very small, but you can see it's her. I'm not sure if I can get it any closer. Okay. Well, she says, what do you know about Miss Fairy Garden named Marla Stecky? If so, I need you to put her on the deep web. I can make it very worth your while. He says, I've heard the name twice in people in my stream. Why? I mean, that is not how I operate, TBH. She says she is stalking me, and I need all the info I can get. She is a cop now, and maybe if you tell other dealers about her, she could disappear. Okay, let me get back to the chat so I can see how y'all feel about that. Oh, and there's more. There's more. How would you feel if somebody wrote that about somebody that you loved and cared about? Pretty disgusting, pretty evil, right? Pretty criminal. Yep. Somebody says, Trisha, if you're watching, there's a special place in hell with your daddy, Satan. Yeah, Jenna F says, Jesus, that shit is not funny. You better take her down. Yeah, pissed is not the word. I'm not really sure what the emotion is that I'm feeling. First, it was fear. Okay, so let's take it from here. Yes. Cheshire says, Lori, Titi tried to have Marla seriously hurt. What the actual fuck? The law needs to be involved. Fill Lori in. Yeah, Lori, just go back just a little bit and read or listen to what I said. Go to the police. Cops are going to get her ass for attacking your car. Okay, that you're talking to. Bless this mess. Um, Lori says, I thought Pam spoke to Titi and Titi said maybe Marla wasn't in on the pill thing. Okay, so that's two totally different things. We're not talking about that at all. And I've not said anything about shoot the shit. That's not what we're talking about right now. We're just talking about Trisha and Takedown Man. Okay. So what I know from here, like I told you, I'm going to talk about two people. There's more to this that I will reveal as I feel appropriate. Obviously, this is a very serious, very criminal situation. So I'm being very careful about what I say. I'm also have already spoken to um, somebody is legally advising me. So if there are certain things I'm not revealing at this time, it's because I've been advised not to. But I love you too, Kit Kat. I genuinely am scared. And I feel like if I were to sit on this information, it would be doing nobody any justice because many, many, many of you have been hurt by Trisha. Many of you. You know of the things that she's done to me. So it is not a situation where if you ignore it, it'll go away. If you ignore her, she will go away. I do not watch her. I flat out do not watch her. So she's not going away and I'm not paying her any attention. If you were to ignore ISIS, would they go away? If you were to ignore Hitler, would he have gone away? It looks like a lot of people ignored this man, this terrorist in Las Vegas, and that didn't stop him. This is a situation. I know I'm not saying that Trisha's a terrorist, a dictator, or a mass murderer, but I'm saying when you reach this level of danger, criminal activity, and evilness, it is not to be ignored. Now, thanks to Takedown Man, this did not go any further because he could have said, sure, I can do it. He could have done it easily. Now, what I think is kind of humorous, sort of a funny part of this is, and I asked him, I said, so she said she can make it very worth your while. She's already offered you sex and you said no, you weren't interested. What do you think she could have offered him? What do you think that would have been that she could have told would be worth his while? We know she doesn't have any money and he doesn't want her body. So what is it that she could have offered him? I'm just curious. What do you think it is? And when I asked him that, he said, yeah, she's offered that many times and I've turned it down every time. So thank goodness he turned it down. He didn't even know me at the time, but like I said, he's just not that type of guy. And of course, now that he does know me, he would have definitely never done it. And this is the I guess a curse and a blessing at the same time. Trisha's a dumb criminal. Just like I told you, she's not a very good investigator. She gets things wrong. She has all my information wrong, thank God. But it's really not funny. But to say that I'm a cop, what she was trying to do is say that I'm a cop that has turned into a narc, and I'm narking out all my drug dealers, and that somebody, perhaps one of them, would have seen me on the dark web. And of course, nobody likes a narc. Nobody likes a narc. and that they would have come after me and taken care of me. And drug dealers don't just smack you on the hand and say, "Don't do that again. We don't like you." No, they put you 6 feet under, throw you down the river, lead you to the alligators, which is one thing she's actually already threatened to do to me way back when. Anyway, so what happened from there is this guy, like I said, Chris Hubbard, got involved. Now, how many of you know who he is? I know, Savage. You're absolutely right. Right. Lori says they will ruin you financially and everything. Oh, yeah, they will take over your whole life. They will take over everything, not just hack into your computer. Right, Ricky. Drug dealers don't play. Trust me. Trust me. Unfortunately, I have some firsthand experience with them. Um, they don't play. Okay, Ricky said Chris Hubbard is one of Trisha's mod that loves young girls. Okay, the only thing I know about him is, yes, he is one of her mods, and I guess he was in on one of Takedown Man's chats, and this was, I guess, back in the summer, and there was a girl in there that he was hitting on repeatedly. I'm not sure the exact words that he was saying, but he was being very aggressive towards this girl, very sexually aggressive. Um, and she said, "I'm 15," and repeatedly said, "I am 15," and he would not leave her alone. So Takedown Man threw him out of the chat. And I guess said, don't ever come back here. I'm not sure if there's anything more to that, but, threw him out of the chat. And then the girl actually posted that conversation and said, here's a picture of me. I'm 15 years old, and here's what this guy said. And according to Takedown Man, this has been somehow he got involved with either Shoot the Shit and then Trisha, or vice versa, or at the same time. Because I think he's a mod, or he's at least a good friend of Shoot the Shit, I believe. Like I said, I'm not talking about them right now. I just brought it up because that's the connection. Now, this was brought up in Katie's stream when that whole, she pulled her shirt down to try to distract everybody and close the computer down. It was brought up that Takedown Man told Trisha over 100 times that he was a pedophile. And I guess she said either she doesn't care or she ignored it. And when he asked her about it on the stream, MFW stream, she said, "Well, what do you mean?" He said, "How do you feel about an older man, harassing an underage female?" And she said, "Well, it depends," or something like that. You'll have to tell me, but that was the gist of it. So he's one of her mods and used to be in with Takedown Man. Well, she asked him to get involved with this little take me out of the situation, tell people on the dark web that I am a cop, a former drug dealer, and now a narc. So the honest truth is, Chris Hubbard very well went through with that request. And I've been told by many, many people, do not even look that up. Do not even go on that site. That a lot of dangerous things can happen to you for just looking on that site. So we don't know whether or not Chris had enough integrity, like Takedown Man, to say no. And given his reputation, what do you all think? Now, like I said, Trisha clearly promised that it would be well worth Takedown Man's time if he would follow through with that request. Do you think that she made the same offer to Chris Hubbard? What do you all think? Jillian says, yeah, I need to go live at Savage's house for a while. Well, that's Jillian Savage. I might be coming with a few. No, but there are some precautions that I am taking, which is funny because I got I meant to write it down. I got a comment. It's weird because when I get comments on, like when somebody comments on one of your streams after it's been closed, only like a third of the time will I get a notification about it. And the same thing with new subscribers. I'll get somebody say that they're a new subscriber, but two-thirds of the time I don't know, which is fine. I don't care. The thing I do want to know is that when somebody leaves a message, I really like to go and try to respond to it. So that happened today, and it was on an older, like one of my first chats or streams. And when I went to go look, there was a troll comment, and this is what the trolls said. They said, "Oh, it was no, because it wasn't on that. Because one of the things that I've done is taken down my house tour, and I'm sure you can figure out why. But this troll said all this crap about me, that I was jealous of her boobs, that I didn't like the words voluptuous and titty and something else, and that the reason why I took that house tour down is because it wasn't my house. No, I made that up. So I think that's kind of humorous because, as you know, every single time I've streamed, I've been here. And who was the other person that was very concerned about my living situation and and where my housing was? Who was that? Sounded oddly familiar. And who's the person who's always talking about breasts? Hmm. Somebody called her out and said, "Oh no, that's not me." But anyway, the reason I said that is because I think it's funny because yeah, I might not be living here for a while because this is a very serious situation. As I don't know how else to say it. Hey, Marine Mom. She said Trisha needs to be off the streets immediately the legal way. No, it wasn't Mystic Pizza. And I should have written it down. If I see it, because I wrote a couple things down, I'll tell you who it is, but it wasn't a name that I had seen before, I don't think. Yeah, yeah, right. And the jealous of the boobs. Mystic Pizza is trash bag, says Randy. Mystic's been around for a while. They seem to have a lot in common. Maybe they're sisters. Laurie says, Marla, I've just sent you all the links, phone numbers to YouTube and the info for the FBI Internet Crimes Contact. Yeah, I have that. I have that. And that we're seeing if that's going to be part of it or not, but thank you. Vixen said, I knew he was gay a long time ago. Are we, I'm, I think I know who you're talking about, but I don't want to say it. Is it who MFW was talking about? Yeah, Ricky, Mystic Pizza was a great movie, wasn't that? Don't let that troll name ruin that great movie. Julia Roberts, absolutely nothing wrong with being gay. Absolutely nothing wrong. That's what it was. No, it wasn't Bile Bitches. I wrote her name too. Well, it might have been Bile Bitches. Yes. Yes, Little Maritimer, you're right. Because didn't I just comment on that today? Because you made a comment too, and it was kind of back and forth. Yes, it was. Bile Bitches was the name of the troll who said I took the home door down because I don't really live here. It's not my house. You're exactly right. Maureen, I don't know. Women are sick and evil. I don't know what else. I don't know what else. And by the way, August 17th, I think that was when I had maybe made my first video. You'll have to go back and check. But the court date was over. Everything had been, moved on. It's funny, isn't it? Thank you, Debbie. Isabella, I like that name. Dixie, my hubby and I both are. People can be so cruel and mean. It's crazy. Yeah, and I've dealt with a lot of cruelness and meanness, like a lot of you have, but this is beyond it. This is beyond cruel and mean. This is criminal. Talk about a threat. She's concerned about somebody showing up at her hotel room, not her hotel room, her hotel while she was walking outside. And that was just a couple days ago. And this is the kind of thing that she had already done on August the 17th. Talk about hypocrite. And, all along I've been saying the things that she says about other people, the things that are true about herself. And, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry that I'm kind of down. I feel totally drained, I guess is what I'm saying. And I don't want to have to put all this energy into this right now. But who does, who wants to do that? But it's something that has to be done. My concern is my health. And I want to be talking about other things and happy things and positive things that I look forward to doing to kind of get me out of what's going on with my CMT and neuropathy and other issues. But this is just all consuming. And stress and worry and fear and lack of sleep, all of that affects your health. Right. TTS, TDM to put me on the deep web. He said no, so she asked Chris Hubbard. Thank you, Pamela. I know Jillian. And I do have some things in place, some extra safety measures, but I don't know what's enough is enough. Do I need to go into the witness protection program? Thank you, Melanie. Right. Debbie says TTS TDM to put me and her info on the deep dark web in hopes that she would disappear, saying that I was a cop. Can we not come up with a better line? I'm not sure they would somebody with as much felonies as I have be a cop. Although I would be a really good one if I want. You know what I mean? It's like the people that they hire to investigate or to burglar-proof houses. The best people to do that are past burglars. I care about you too, Cheshire. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Okay. So I wanted to get the information out there. There's just a couple more things I want to talk about. But does anybody either have any questions or suggestions, or what do you think I should do? How do we handle the social side of this, where we have this person who is doing these things, and there's consistently a handful of people that support her and think it's okay. I do genuinely believe that Pam is trying to mentor her. I truly do. After speaking with Pam, I think that Pam's heart is in the right place, and I think that she thinks that she can help and fix Trisha. And yeah, I think she sees her as one of her children, her special needs children that she talked about, and she definitely has special needs. But I ended up watching STS's chat from, I think it was last night, their very last one that they did, where they talked about Rainbow. We might want to touch on that just a little bit. And then they talked about Takedown Man for a long period of time, which is fine. We're allowed to not like the same people, not just the two of us, but everybody in general. It doesn't matter. That piece of it is elementary, childish. You could argue about it if you want to, but it's neither here nor there. But when you have somebody threatening somebody else's life and offering, favors, whether it be sexual acts or money, to go ahead and make that person disappear, it's not a matter of whether you like that person or not. This is a very serious thing. Um, but I thought it was interesting because I was saying a handful of people are always going to, you know, think that the sky is green and the grass is blue. And you just, no matter how much arguing you do, you're not going to convince them that it's the other way around. Um, so there was this lady, I took a couple notes. This Tammy lady, she's one of the ones that I got a notification actually that she subscribed to my channel. And then I happened to see her name over and over and over again in that chat right before mine, MFW's chat. And people were saying, get out of here, go back to Trisha, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, who is this lady? And they said that she's like Trisha's top mod. And so obviously she's supporting Trisha quite a bit. And so they all said to block her. And I was going to, particularly because they said that she was making fun of my CMT and said that I was a pussyfoot, which I was like, huh? Okay, pussyfoot? I don't know. I couldn't even figure out what that really was. So I decided not to block her. And the reason being is because I was going through some of the comments from my previous streams and happened and caught some that I had missed the first, because I used to go, the first couple of days. But I saw one from a very important person, and that is Becca MS Fighter. And we all know Becca, right? She's been around as long as I have. So I don't know her on a personal level. I'm not sure if she makes videos or not. She obviously has MS, so she's dealing with a chronic condition, and I know there's a lot of pain that goes along with that. So automatically, I'm sympathetic to her name. And I know that she has vehemently defended Trisha from day one. But she just messaged me, and this was on the last stream I did. She said, Marla, I'm really starting to like you, which I thought really meant a lot to me because it takes a lot of courage to say that when, because that might be true of a lot of people, vice versa, for somebody that they thought they hated the whole time and then they actually end up liking them. And, probably 9 times out of 10, they don't actually tell that person because kind of puts their pride on the line a little bit, it's a little bit uncomfortable. So I thought that was very courageous and very nice of her to say that. So thank you, Becca NS Fighter. And I hope you continue to like me. And if there's something that I do or say that you think is unfair, please feel free to voice that. So, and then I got another comment, and Mary Timer, you were a part of this conversation. So was Jillian with that vile bitches girl that I was talking about, who was so concerned about my house and boobs and whatnot. Well, in that same, back and forth, it was like 48 comments back and forth, was this lady named Erica, the real bitch of the West. Erica, the real bitch of the West. And, that sounds kind of like a troll name, but I think that she was just a new person to YouTube because she said she's only been around for a week or two. And her first comment was not nice. She said, I know Erica, I never know how to say her name, but Erica Lavator, the one in Canada. Erica, Jillian, and Marla are all the same person. Stop being such idiots and leave Trisha alone. I'm paraphrasing the second part, but that's something like she said. And then go down a comment or two, and the very next thing she said, Erica and Marla are both seem so sweet. Why does Trisha do this to people? So within the span of a couple days, I think, this lady had been a very, a supporter of Trisha and saying, well, why are y'all picking on her, basically, to very quickly seeing what the truth is. Same thing happened with our pizza girl, Crystal. Um, this might be happening with Becca Emma Spider. It doesn't sound like she's against Trisha at this point. She's just maybe starting to see the other side. So I thought I would give this Tammy girl a chance. I don't think it's fair to just block somebody assuming that they're going to be a troll because they are a staunch supporter of somebody who wants you dead, basically. So just wanted to see if you had any thoughts about that. Right, Lori says Erica's another person that TT has harassed. So Takedown Man is a really amazing guy, amazing human being, in my opinion. And just like me, he's got a record. And so anytime we think about having to go to court or be involved with the criminal justice system, it does. It sort of, obviously I have a little bit of a pause and I don't want to have to go through it again. But I'm going to tell you what, we will. And we are. Because I said it from day one, what is the only thing that is going to stop this evil force? If you go back to the things I said before, like ISIS, mass murderers, dictators, it's not going to happen overnight, but ignoring them is not going to work. You have to press against them, and you have to have some outside force make them do what's right. So, on the behalf of people like Erica and Kathy, and oh my gosh, the list just goes on and on and on of people that she has harassed. And she's so, well, she was. I don't know if she's still making a big deal about this. I can't imagine that she's not. But was so bitter and jealous that we all gave Kathy a pass, even though she had done, in her eyes, the most criminally horrible thing ever done all throughout history. Yes, Lori, I will. I will. There's a lot more info. That's all I'm putting out there. Like I said, there's a good possibility there's other people involved. I just mentioned two of them, but I'm not going to go into any of that, especially if I don't have proof. Anything that I've said thus far is stuff that I have proof to back up. I'm not just going to come on here and say I fear for my life. Somebody's threatening my life. Somebody's threatening me without it being serious and without there being proof. I take that very seriously, and I think when people throw that around, it's a hideous thing to do. So anyway, what I was saying about, let me read this comment real quick. Yes, she harassed Kathy. Lady R, she's up TT's butt. I spoke to Tammy and she passed it off as a funny comment you couldn't say one time on TV. I just don't believe that now. Hashtag CMT is no joke. Right. An Irish mom, like I've said before, has a family. All of her children and her husband all suffer with CMT. It's not a joke. And today probably won't be the best time to talk about it because I'm not going to stay on for a whole lot longer. But Irish is going to come on and talk about it a little bit more in depth so that people who think it's funny to say Mercifoot or make fun of CMT or to say Pussyfoot, it's not. Y'all, it's taken away a huge part of my life and has flattened me, put me on my face. I used to run marathons. Running was a huge part of my life. Exercise was a huge part of my life. Being active. I mean, if you could have seen me 10 years ago, I was a totally different person. At least in my mind, I am. I say that to other people and they say, "You're the same person, you look the same." And I have changed physically a little bit, but it's taken away so much from me. And then you have little children who have it, and they never even got to get the chance to run marathons. At least I had 30 years. At least I had 30 years. So it's not funny and it's not acceptable to make fun of anybody's physical impairment, whether you like them or not. It's not. I didn't do anything to cause it, and I am doing everything in my God's power. And everybody that I love is doing everything they possibly can to try to get me to a normal level. So, we're doing everything I can to get better. It's not funny to make fun of it and to put everybody's effort, to mock it and to mock my GoFundMe. Anyway, sorry about that. Now I can't remember what I was saying. Oh, yeah, about Kathy. It doesn't matter what Kathy did or didn't do in regards to scamming people or asking for money or exaggerating or faking a disease. What Trisha did to that woman was unacceptable. She stalked her like a freaking bloodhound, just like she's done to me, but I think she did Kathy even worse. And Trisha wants all that to go away and say she did it because the whole time she knew that Kathy was a scammer. No lies. And the only thing that woman did to you is to tell you to kill yourself once. You have done it to many, many, many people, and we have the proof. And you continue to just pass over that, act like it didn't happen, and blame it on your mental illness as to why you said it. Thank you, Erica. But the bottom line is Kathy is sick. What her technical illness is, I don't know. We're all terminal, let's put it that way, but is she going to die in a couple years? Is she going to die in decades from now? None of us know. But the fact of the matter is, and this is my opinion, is that people who have seen her and know her have gone to her house and have physically seen her, like MFW, have reported that she is very ill. And if I were in that situation, I'm just saying, if I were in that situation, I would want some support too. Now, I'm not justifying anything that was done wrongly or under false pretense. I'm just saying everybody eventually pays for their wrongdoings. In my opinion, everybody ends up paying for it. And I think you generally end up paying for it while you're here on this earth. But if you haven't paid for it while you're here, I believe you most certainly are going to pay for it when you leave this earth. So let's not be Kathy's judge and jury. Let's not be anybody's judge and jury unless they're about to harm somebody and you can stop it. So that's just my opinion about the Kathy situation. And you all might not agree. I have yet to see anybody who gave her money and said, I wish I wouldn't have done that and I want my money back. So, give it a rest. Give it a rest. Sue says she admitted she doesn't have a therapist. Are you talking about Trisha? And I did hear somebody say that she is going through her normal cycle like we've seen. I've seen it at least three. This might be the fourth time that I've seen it, where she's on her forgiveness, let's start over, drama free. You all put the number of how many times you've seen this little cycle go around. I think this is number 4 that I've seen, where she says, no more drama, I promise. I, I wasn't I hate my ugliness, all those lines. Okay. So she's going to say, why are they bringing up drama? MFW dropped the big bombs on her. And if she wasn't, don't blame MFW. Do not blame MSW for that, because if she wasn't going to do it, there's about 15 other of us that would be glad to put that out there. So that wasn't bringing up drama. That was bringing up proof of something that you lied about, a very serious thing that you lied about, and that you tried to blame on me, that you tried to say, I sent Takedown Man your naked photos. Oh my God. See, I put that out of my mind. I forgot about that. There's too much. There's too much to hold in this brain of things that she has accused me of. But anyway, and then here I come saying what I am. Well, either it's either just coincidental, or maybe you knew that this was coming. You had a sense of it because of the stream where you pulled your titty out so that the conversation wouldn't continue. So you probably knew this was coming. You knew Takedown Man had this information. So, gosh, you're so conniving to say, well, let's everybody, start over, forgiveness, blah blah blah. Y'all remember when she went real Christian on us and was quoting Bible verses? It doesn't matter what you say. She talked about going to church and quote Bible verses. Remember that, and how she did that for a couple weeks? But what we're doing is not drama. This is about protecting yourself. This is about defending yourself. And this is about putting the truth out there. The drama was already caused. The drama already happened. And it happened by you, Trisha. Nobody is making this up. Nobody wanted this to happen. I did not dig for information and say, give me everything you can about Trisha. God, I don't want to know anything more about you. I do not want to know another thing about you. Because your resume reeks. It reeks of lies, hate, destruction, insecurity. I don't want to dig up any more information about you. And my God, why are you asking Takedown Man to find out more information about me? You have spent hours upon hours upon hours stalking my Facebook, where I live, the DMV, my friends, my ex-boyfriend, my ex-jobs, my doctors. What in God's holy earth more do you want to know about me? What do you want to know? What? So the drama was already caused, and it was caused by you. I didn't want to have to talk about this. I had a tag video and a makeup video ready. That's what I wanted to talk about. So it's a real shame. It's a real shame. And in the past, when anything has been brought out and you've been about up against the ropes, you deny it. You try to say that somebody photoshopped something or edited it, and you can't in this situation. These have been confirmed emails, confirmed photos. Oh yeah, and thank goodness Takedown Man and MFW had enough sense not to put your photos out there as to frighten everybody. But so that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I could use the dramatic pathetic, passive aggressive thing and say, so if something happens to me, you all know who to blame. And that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, number one, I need your support. Number two, just so you know what's going on. And of course, if you have any more information, to please come forward. So I'm going to read the chat for just a few minutes and see if anybody has anything they want to say or if anybody wants to come in. I'm like I said, I don't know what I'm feeling inside. I don't even know what this is. It's a little bit of exhaustion. I know that. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get back to the chat. It's thinking. I'm in a bad spot here. Well, I'll pull it up on here. It's not coming up on here. It's on my phone. You know, it's a weight on you. And you know what else? What really pisses me off? I mean, really, I think this is what upsets me more than anything is I'm very careful about what I tell my friends and family because of what I've already put them through in my past. And them having to worry about me for that period of time where I was on the streets basically doing, doing the whole addiction thing. Oh, that's right. We're going to talk about rainbow for a minute. Sorry, y'all, too. My voice is all hoarse just because I haven't rested enough. But Trisha, I'm so angry. I could just, when I say this, I want to cry. I'm so angry, not out of sadness, but out of anger. You are making my family and my friends have to put that worry back into their heart. When you tell a mother who has already spent how many countless nights up all night praying that her daughter will live to the next day, praying that her daughter will just maybe put a phone call or she'll hear from somebody that she's okay. You understand that I've already put my mother through that and there was a healing process and now we're in a good, strong spot. And now you are putting that fear back into my mother's mind. And I told her this much. She doesn't even know. Thank God she won't be able to see this video. She doesn't know anything about this. And I probably won't leave this video up very long because I don't want people to be concerned and have to worry about me. But you're taking that, what is that word I'm looking for? When you lay your head down at night and you're peaceful and you're at rest and you're not at worry, you're taking that sense of peace away from people who care about me. Because, lawyers are involved and it's not just me sitting here behind a computer. People are having to be involved in my life and I have to explain to them a little bit about why. And I tell you what, if you would have gotten that message about your daughter or yourself, how much would you be flipping out? I need you to take care of her. Tell everybody that she is a former drug dealer turned police officer and she needs to be taken care of. Mm. Oh gosh, you guys, I'm sorry. Okay. So I'm pulling up the chat. Of course, if anybody, like I said, if anybody wants to come in, let me know. But briefly, sorry. Okay, I see you all now. Rainbow Bright was blamed by Black Pepper. Was Rainbow Bright in here? Well, I don't know if it's the real one. You know, she was over in DFW's chat. And they said it wasn't really her. Yaba said it wasn't her. Whether it's her or not, I just want to say very briefly what I said the other day holds true. That I don't care what you've done. I do care what you've done. Okay, let me not put it that way. If you are struggling with addiction, which, you know, everybody, not everybody, I've seen your record. And so I know that you have a past of trafficking drugs and using drugs. I do too. Not the trafficking part, but I do too. So this is not a judgmental comment. The judgment will come later. What I'm saying is there is help. I know it's a hard, vicious, most difficult thing you can do to get out of. If you are in recovery and you are living a life, a sober life in recovery, I always say you are a superhero. People don't understand who have not been there, and I don't want people to be there if they haven't. But if you see around you somebody who is walking after recovery from an addiction, particularly an opiate addiction, they're some of the strongest humans walking this planet. So, Rainbow, there is hope for you. Um, there's a lot of people that I know really did care about you, and you've made a lot of really bad choices and mistakes and have hurt a lot of people and burned a lot of bridges. So did I. I didn't do the same things you've done. Like I said, I did everything in my power not to hurt my family and the people I loved. I didn't involve them as far as like financially and that kind of thing. But what you did to me, unacceptable. Unacceptable. And you need to write that. You need to make that right if that is you in here. And what you did to Pam and Rick, or Pam particularly, unacceptable. I know why you did it. I don't really know why you tried to throw B under the bus, but I do know why you took money and, you know, asked for help. I mean, I do understand that piece of it, but you know, I feel like I'm babbling, just running my mouth here. So I'll just say that, and if anybody else has anything to say about we can even take it back as far as what Trisha said about we'll call it penis gate. No, B doesn't like that word. And what can we call it? P-gate. Well, that could be pizza. We can call it pizza and penis gate. You know, one is one penis over the other. You know, and she's already said that before. She said the same thing when she left Sean and was living in her dream space. She said many times how bad he was in bed and blah, 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 blah. So we already know she did that live. Um, and like I said, there's no doubt that these are actual, accurate, non-edited emails. Um, Pretty gross, right? PP gate. Which is true. Which is fruit to the rescue. Yeah, okay, so we got pizza gate. Apparently that's been resolved. I heard that she confessed that she ordered the pizza herself, that she had forgotten that she had done that. Is that true? So we got pizza gate pretty much resolved, and now we got PP gate. Okay? And now we've got, with me, what we can call that? Whew, police gate. So we got all the P's, right? Oh, Bree, you make me laugh. So glad you're here. Okay, let's see what's going on. Mama Three Boys is, oh, I just missed it. TT and STS are like that pesky fly that you swat at, and the damn thing keeps coming back. Ooh, I was thinking about the reason why she has so many flies in her house is because of those damn pee-pee pads that her dogs go on. Poor little babies. You know, they're she's streaming constantly, and has anybody seen her pick up one of those pee-pee pads? So they're sitting around and, flies like shit, and just saying. Stephanie, hey, Stephanie. I would like for you to come in, Stephanie. I know you haven't been in a long time. Stephanie says, I've seen that things that Tammy says in TT's chat. She's horrible, just like TT. That's what everybody says. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt until she does something. But that's what everybody says. One win, what are those faces? Jillian says, Ricky, yup, she ordered herself and forgot. Cuckoo. So she did say that, Jillian? Okay. Well, I'm going to let Crystal know about that because Crystal was very irritated. Oh, Ricky. Ooh, I don't think I can say that. Oh, Tammy went live to talk shit. Okay, so she has a channel. She makes videos and everything. Okay. Well, she talks about Pussyfoot or Mercyfoot or CMT foot or whatever. I remember one time, it's called Sharko Marie Tooth, which are the three doctors who discovered the illness and named it Sharko, Marie, and Tooth. And Trisha points to her tooth thinking it's something wrong with your mouth. She's like, I don't know. It's like a tooth thing. Ricky. Lady Rain says, I could tell she ordered the pizza herself. Who sends somebody a delicious pizza? A pranker that would send somebody disgusting like anchovies. That's exactly what I said. Who would take the time to order something that almost everybody would like? Mushrooms on one side and pepperoni on the other. Excuse me, I've been chomping on this gum. Let's spit that out real quick. Some caramel corn here. Um, I hope my mom never sees this. She wouldn't have a clue, but oh, she gets so mad at me for chomping gum. Mama Three Boy says, is it the same Tammy that called Pam about Bless being outside the hotel? Yes, that's what they said. I mean, I don't know that for a fact, but that's what they said in Katie's chat. So she must be tracking everybody. Oh, hey Bonnie. How are you, honey? I haven't seen you in forever. I saw that you colored your hair darker. It looks great. Oops, my buffering. Bonnie, were you there last night in Takedown Man's chat? I don't know if you heard what I said, but I actually read one of the messages that Trisha sent to TDM about wanting to put me on the dark web. I don't know if you saw that, Bonnie. Pink Diamond. Who would spend the money on something so good for someone that they don't like? Um, oh no, can anyone see Marla? The screen is black. Let me know if it's okay. What we have. Am I okay? Hey, Mama Three Boys. Thank you. What did Tracy say? Stephanie said, ooh, miss that, Tracy. Oh, did anyone see the poor Lily threw up on the couch and she got mad at her? Oh, got up on it for 1 second but didn't clean it. Ew. Yeah, was that today? Not that I'm going to go watch it, but I know everybody was furious. She dragged that dog across the parking lot when she went to running after what's his name? Who was it that was called? It was I think it was Les that was talking about that. Okay, Julian says, yep, it was Tammy that caused the whole thing with Bless Smith. Honestly, I'm glad it happened though. might disagree with me because she's having to go through this crap like I'm going to be. But at least we have it on video now. I mean, this girl can't get away. How many different things do we have um, proof of? Okay, good, Paparette. Oh, hey, Bless. I was going to ask you. I just spoke on your behalf. Tell me what you think. Are you glad that um, allegedly this Tammy girl went and told Trisha so that she came back out? I know that it was very chaotic and it caused you a lot of stress, but at least we had that video. So that's why I said she's like a national hero, in my opinion. T, that's me. Hope everyone has a blessed evening ahead. I gotta run. Thank you again, Stephanie. Great. Isn't Stephanie awesome? Well, I'm glad you were here. Oh, Stephanie. She says, I really want to see the badge work photos. Call me gross, but I'm nosy. Oh, no. You don't want to see them. Who's saying bye? Okay, bless this mess. She said, I have new thoughts on the whole situation. Okay. Can you write it or is it too much? Little Maritimer says, so how can Pam claim Trisha was in danger when she was the one of the people? If it wasn't for her, Trisha would have went back outside. So how can Pam claim Trisha was in danger when she was the one of the people who, if it wasn't for her, Trisha wouldn't have gone back outside? I see what you're saying. You know, like I said, I got to see a little bit a different side of Pam as far as I don't think that she is evil. I think that she generally is trying to help Trisha the best way she thinks she knows how. And so she's just being on her side. And you know, when you want to be on somebody's side, sometimes you see things that you want to see. Oh, yeah, I wondered that too, Sue F. Why didn't TT put her video of the incident up? I wondered that too. I was wondering if it was up somewhere. Probably because she was saying a lot of things that I think probably didn't make her look very good. Plus, maybe her Marla, I'm almost 7 minutes behind because I had to pause earlier. I'm sick with strep, but I want to come on as soon as I get better. I just heard you say that. Okay, honey. Well, I hope you feel better. Gosh, honey, you've been sick for a while because I remember you saying that a couple days ago. I hope you're on some antibiotics. Okay, Bless says going to do a stream. My question I want y'all to think about is what or who put the aggressive thought in TT's head? Do you mean about saying that she was hit by a car? Is that what you mean? That it was a hit and run? Well, my immediate answer to that is her. That is how she thinks. She's got that, I call it the broken brain syndrome or trashism, but she sees the world like that. Everything is a threat. She's a victim in every situation. Everybody's out to get her. That's just how she is. Bless says, remember, I've never been aggressive towards her. But it could have been, I honestly think it could have been, it had nothing to do with you. It could have been anybody. That's just my opinion. Moose Knuckle Outdoors said, I was just in the garage practicing karate. Okay, cool. Where do you live, Moose Knuckle? I might need to come hang out with you. Chevy 99, do you think TT might have hit up a certain security guard from the convention center? Would she? Oh, I don't have a clue. Uh, she apparently puts herself out there for, you know, other people, so I don't know. But what I've heard is that the hotel was on Bless's side as far as that they were kind of blaming TT for running after her. That's what I heard. Oh, Moose, thank you. What a sweet thing. Okay, Bless says, I want you all to think about it and we'll discuss it later. I have quite a few questions. Are you going on tonight, Bless? Oh, okay. I'll have to go check it out. Everybody subscribe to Moose Knuckle Outdoors. Cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, tell us when you're going to go live. Candace is my name. Hey, she wanted a show and wanted it to look like she was so tough. She comes up with all these grand thoughts about people to take the blame off her. Yeah. It's just, there's other people like that out there who, you know, particularly about like lawsuits or things like that. They're going to say, the same thing happened to me one time where a lady, we were in the parking lot, her car was parked. I was driving my boyfriend's huge truck and I accidentally tapped the back of her car, okay, in the parking lot. She was still in the parking lot, in the line parking lot, sitting in her car. And I backed up and like tapped her car. And she claimed that she had to take 3 weeks off work because of severe neck and shoulder injuries. You all know people like that, or you've heard about people like that in the world. That's the kind of mindset that I think we're dealing with. You understand what I'm saying? Now, we went after that girl, or my insurance company did, because they weren't going to pay for that. And she actually got criminally prosecuted for insurance fraud. So, Les says, honey, I am by no means humiliated. I kind of feel like Marla. What do you mean, honey? You shouldn't feel humiliated, by the way. Mm-mm. For the every one person that thinks that you did wrong or that you actually hit her, there is 1,000 people who think that you were in the right. Jamie, you're like me. Your sleeping schedule is all off. Jamie, just very briefly. Well, no, if you're going to sleep since 10, honey, you missed a lot. Definitely Stellar. She's definitely the one that looks stupid. I mean, it was shocking when I first saw that. I was like, throwing herself up there, making a fool. Amanda says, Titi said that was your punishment. That's why she's not pursuing it. You were humiliated. That was enough. Like, she sure as well know, damn well knows she was going humiliated. And if you know for a split second that she thought she could get something out of it, that she could prosecute it or get some money or some fame or anything out of it, she would go for it. She's done it 12 other times, 13, including me, 14, including me, because she actually served me with two um, criminal summons. One for she was trying to get a restraining order against me, and the other with the cyber stalking charges. She said the same thing basically about me, that she walked away because she wanted to end the drama. No, she didn't. That bitch knew that the judge was going to laugh his ass off and throw her out of the courtroom, just like another judge in Rhode Island had done. So she doesn't walk away from, mm-mm, nope, don't believe that for a second. Lady Raven says, TT and Sean call me a drunk too. Oh, thank you for saying that. Why do they think everyone's an alcoholic? Absolutely. Man, I tell you what, you put a smiley face if they have accused you, particularly Trisha, if that you were either drunk or high. How many people have they said that to? If they don't like what you're saying, I mean, Sean doesn't really do it as much. I haven't heard him really do that, but he might. But Trisha does it constantly. If they don't like what you're saying, then you must be a drunk or you're high. They were saying that to Lori 2 nights ago when she was just trying to get her point across, and Lori got really frustrated, rightfully so. I mean, if you haven't seen the replay of that, it gave me a headache. I had a headache for 2 days after all this yelling and fighting. Tracy says, like when she started making accusations against Lori and Sean just goes along with it. Ridiculous. Exactly. As I was just saying. This girl's like, she must be high. And then she said, well, if you're not, because she said, I don't drink. And then she said, well, you must just be crazy. Little Maritiner. Got it, ladies and gents. Have a good night. XO Marla, call the police. Seriously. I'm on it, honey. Thank you for saying that, though. I've got a very good lawyer here in Raleigh. Like I told you, he's one of the top defense attorneys in Wake County, if not all of North Carolina, and he happened to be my date to prom. And there's a lawyer in her county too, if I need to use him. That did a great job with the other case. So the police do know what's going on. Pink Diamond says, I'm not a stalker. Did she call you a stalker? Tracy says, Stephanie, it's so frustrating. Just once I'd like to see her talk. No put downs, no lies. No, not going to be done. Amanda Love, Patsy, yes, 100% TT has been everything she has accused Marla of, trying to frame her for stalking. I have no doubt in my mind. Yep. But you think, okay, this is what the last thing I'm going to say. Who's calling you a stalker, Pink Diamond? I'm not sure who you are. Is somebody calling Pink Diamond a stalker? Right, Stephanie. She has no valid points, though. It's all lies and exaggerations. So she has to hit below the belt to divert any attention away from the real subject at hand. Yeah, she's gonna. Yes, Pink. Pink Diamond. Yeah, Jillian's saying that TT calls everyone a stalker. According to her, she's got about 16 stalkers. Mm. Oh, one win. That's cool. She said, I'm in that's her name, Tammy Sully. Tammy Sully's chat, at least helping her to hear the truth. She seems to be coming around. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know her, but that's why I said I'll give anybody a chance. Right. I don't know, Kara. I wouldn't even give it 13-year-old. It's more like I know she's she's a very large woman, but if you think about her actual action, she acts like a very, very small child to me. What happened, Marley Stellar said? What do you mean? You've been here, haven't you? You heard what was going on. I thought I saw you in here. Okay, Moose, what are you saying again? In all seriousness, though, a fun game is to drag your treadmill behind someone else and then run with a determined glare while holding a bat. You are a nut. Oh, I don't understand what the deal is with Amy May. Amy seems like such a lovely girl. Why are they going after her? Oh, that's right. She used to be a cop. Okay, Pink Diamond says, I'm sorry, Jillian. Stellar just got here a little while ago. Well, very briefly, Stellar, Trisha contacted Takedown Man and asked him what he knows about me and that if he could put me on the deep web. And this was August 17th. And she said that I was stalking her and she wants him to put me on there as Thank you, Belinda. A ex-drug dealer that's now a cop and is narking out people, and basically it was an advertisement for somebody that would take care of me. Pretty disgusting. So I read the exact message at the beginning if you want to listen to it. Thank you, Marie Mom. Chevy99 says, does she have the Bitcoin to put you out there? I don't know what that means. So I don't really know what to do from here. I mean, I know as far as legally what's going to be going on, but I just feel so sad. Um, I'm going to try to take an immediate turn, 90-degree turn, and let's do something different. And I'm going to get some rest, and I'm going to hopefully talk about something completely different tomorrow. I will definitely fill you in on what's happening because you all are part of this. This is something that I feel like we're doing as a team, and it's not just for me at all. It's for all the people that are in this chat and are not in this chat that she has caused harm. So many people. And one of these days, I know it's going to happen. It might not be soon, or it might be soon, but there's going to be a time when she's going to have to face all of us at one time, where she's able to see as a kind of a class action all the people that she has tormented. And this is going back, years ago even. Like I said, where everybody is communicating with each other and everybody is teaming up. And I know that she doesn't like that. She doesn't like that because there's power and there's strength in coming together and uniting. And even people that you consider enemies, I was very happy with the small amount of progress that I made with Shoot the Shit, and there's still more work to be done. But that is never a bad thing. And when, like I told you, talking to, I already forgot the girl's name, Tammy, or this Becca MS fighter, when anything like that happens, I think that is a wonderful thing. The more people that can be on a united team, the better. So we are going to talk about something very different, and we're going to do something different unless something comes up. And I will always defend myself or people that I love. So I can't promise that we'll never talk about it again, but let's hope that we can get some good rest and um, have some fun tomorrow, okay? I love you all, and you just have no idea how much I am overwhelmed and just moved by your unconditional support. So if I haven't gotten back to you yet with an email or a text or a tweet, I'm working on it. It's not that I'm ignoring you at all. It's just there's been a lot, a lot, which is a great thing. I'm not complaining at all. Exactly, Tracy. 8 months is too much. I feel exhausted. I love you too. But have a great night, everybody, and I'll talk to you soon, okay? Good night. Oh, I'm still here. Sorry. Good night, guys.